Good morning. Welcome to my sunny kitchen. This morning we're going to be making some Spudnuts. I've had lots of requests for my recipe and to know how to do it. And so today I'm going to show you. Before we gather all the ingredients, we need to get some mashed potatoes started. My recipe calls for 2 cups of mashed potatoes. So today I'm using these russet Idaho potatoes. I've peeled 3 of them about this size, and I have them here in this pan covered with water. And I'm going to cook these now for about 20 minutes or until they're soft and ready to mash. Now the potatoes are all finished cooking. Steaming hot, so you dump out all the excess water. They'll feel a little dry, but you don't add any milk or water to them or anything, just no salt or anything, just plain old. Then I'm gonna get 2 cups full of those. Then we'll have all of our ingredients assembled here. You could use the red potatoes. For these, I've done that before. This is just what I had on hand, and the recipe calls for lukewarm milk. These potatoes are so hot that they would kill the yeast, but if you mix them in with the milk, then you get the warm milk at the same time you cool down your potatoes. So that's the kind of experiment, is just put your finger in and feel if it feels hot, then it might kill the yeast, but mine is just perfect. So that's the way we do it. So then we'll put the milk and the potatoes into the mixer. I'm going to put in my yeast. I'll just go down the line here and put in all the ingredients as I come to them. 1 cup of shortening, 4 or 5 eggs. I'm using 5 eggs today because they're not really large eggs. Big eggs, you need to put fewer in. There's a tablespoon of salt. Got 1 teaspoon of mace. I don't know, we don't use that very often to cook with. And a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon extract. And 1 cup of sugar. Okay, I forgot about that. So I need 12.5 cups. 1, 2, 12.5. All right, now we got everything in. All right, so it's clear full of ingredients. It'll probably sneak out under the lid a little bit. Let it go until it forms into a ball. Let it go a little bit more. Just need to clean this off a little bit. You can see that it's quite sticky. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, I think that's good enough. Now, kind of oil or grease the pan you're going to put it in. I'm going to transfer it from that into here. This oils the pan so it doesn't stick in, but it also oils your hands so you can touch this and get it out of here. So you take rack out. Okay, it's kind of like sticky. Oh, that's a big ball. Okay, it's all ready to just sit here and rise. We're going to let it rise for maybe an hour. And we'll come back. Well, the dough has been rising longer than usual, about a little over an hour and a half. It's taking longer today, I think, because it's a little bit chilly in our house. Okay, but let's see how it looks. Oh, perfect. Right up to the top. So it's time to punch down and roll out the dough into the donuts. Sort of punch it down to get the air bubbles out. And now we're ready to roll it out. And what I have here is some pieces of wax paper. It will help the dough to not stick on here when we cut it out. So I just sprinkle a little flour, and this is one of the tricks to keeping the dough slightly on the sticky side so you can get it off of the plastic and into the oil without making them too misformed. Okay, and then sprinkle a little bit of flour on your countertop and take some of the dough, a big hunk. It's probably a little big. And sprinkle a little flour on top. So you have flour on top and flour on bottom. And then I'm going to roll it. About that thick. And I take my little cutter. I got this at Orson Giggy's. You could probably order them online as well, or just use a glass and I'm gonna let these raise for probably an hour. For our first, and then I can transport it over here to this side. We've got the donuts rising right here, and while they're rising, we'll get the frosting made. So we've got 2 pounds of powdered sugar in here, and then we have 2 tablespoons of butter and a teaspoon of vanilla, or round about that. Then we're going to add water and mix it until it's the consistency of Elmer's glue. Get all the lumps out, and it's still a little too thick, so we'll add more water. I've never I think that's good right there. Okay, we're all set to start frying, and we'll get back with you when it's time. Okay, we're ready to start frying. We've got our deep fryer with the oil in, and it's heated to 375 degrees. We've got some paper here to sit them on, and our glaze. So we'll show you how this is to be done. You gently take them off of here. And you put them into the oil. They'll cook about a minute on each side. So it'll take a while to get all the sides start turning brown, then you know they're getting done. They look so delicious. Okay, so this newspaper here is what I put to drain them on. Put it down. It soaks up the excess. All done. That's how much glaze we had left over. Our recipe made 40 or 74 today. Usually makes around 70, so somewhere around there. So somebody is grabbing them already. Hope you enjoy.
These are so good.